Good morning, everyone. I'm Angelica, a channeler and a medium, and today I want to bring you a channeled message from Thoth and Hermes Trismegistus. I believe will be on the topic of meltdowns, why people hit a breaking point, why they have a breakdown, basically. I'm getting that there may be some similarities to like panic attacks, but I'm gonna let them speak and give you the message, okay? And certainly a lot of us find ourselves often on the brink of that, right? That overwhelm. All right, let's have a listen, okay? We're never intended to walk this earth, to experience this lifetime alone. While humans at this point do not experience unity consciousness, they can embody empathy to some degree, where as they encounter other friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, they may subtly and subconsciously pick up on what the other is going through. That they are having a difficult time, that they are overwhelmed by something new that's been introduced into their lives, a new challenge, a new experience. And this may come off in the energy that they exude. It could be in how quickly they speak. It could be in what is left unsaid. It could be in actual tears. But that empathy is there for a reason, and it is a very subtle form of unity consciousness where you are tapping into another's energy field. And with that empathy, you may have sympathy, and you may be prompted to take action, to offer assistance, to lend a listening ear, to be a mirror to that person, to be a sounding board, to allow that other person to evaluate their circumstances, gain a new perspective so that they don't hit a breaking point and don't experience a meltdown. And you see, often people prefer to put up a front, a facade that all is well, that all is under control, because no one likes to give off the impression that they don't have things under control, that they don't have it together. And this is especially true in the workplace. And so they hide. They hide by sometimes telling lies about where they're going and what they're doing, about the outcomes of certain inquiries. But they hide because they want to shield themselves from judgment. And so often, while others in their space could be of significant help, that person, by hiding behind the lies, the facade, they prevent that intervention, that help, that assistance. You all have been exposed to such programming that tells you never let them see you sweat. Can you imagine if athletes didn't sweat? Others might not be so quick to hand them a water of bottle to save their lives. And so many of you find yourselves in situations where others would be more than willing to assist, but you resist. And your resistance comes in that form of hiding. Hiding what you really need, hiding the fact that you don't have it all together, that you don't know what you're doing, that you're ready to wave the white flag. And when this facade, when this charade goes on for too long, it'll start to reveal itself in more obvious ways. Lashing out, making hurtful statements to others, hurling accusations at people that may have no basis. And for those with little sensory regulation and grounding and little coping skills, those individuals in particular may resort to violence, to hurting another physically or with their words. And this could be a child. This could be a coworker, a friend or family, someone you very much deeply love. And you may not realize how deep those words cut, and you may not realize the damage you have inflicted upon that person. And when you reject that help by pretending that all is okay, you also risk others believing you don't want them in your lives, that you don't need them or want them, and that they are a nuisance and they are bothering you with their questions, with their insistence on intervening, with them checking up on you. Each of those is perceived to be a rejection of them. And so you see how all the miscommunication all around the way can lead to the damaging of a psyche and traumatic experiences. When you realize, so when you realize that your emotions are getting the better of you, that you have misdirected hurtful accusations at someone who is simply trying to help, or hurt another innocent being, take stock of that, pivot, and start anew. Make amends, and also seek help for yourself before it is too late. And that means literally seek assistance with whatever it is that is overwhelming you, where you believe now and come to the realization that you have taken on more than you can chew. And it's okay. It's okay to realize this is far greater than I ever imagined, and I cannot do it alone. Do that before your mental health spirals downward. Okay. Thank you so much. Hey guys, I decided to leave that last part in of me getting angry and banging on the table because my dog is barking, because that is never a coincidence. It's funny that, reality is always kind of reflecting what's kind of going on. And yeah, I have 2 dogs here and 2 ducks, and I feel like all I'm doing all day is picking up shit, and I'm at my breaking point with that. With the dogs, I feel like I'm always taking them out to do their business, and yeah, I've hit my breaking points with my pets. That was no coincidence, so I decided to leave that part in. Okay, thanks.